today I'm going to finish all the syllabus on the content of the apa nama on the content of data mining. Actually, I'm going like what I have put in the WhatsApp, which today I'm going to have the text mining part, yeah, and then for data science part, please refer to the apa slot by Dr. Associate Professor Dr. Arif from University Leeds that will be done this weekend on Saturday, 4 p.m. So with that would be hopefully apa nama we have get especially US student have get the idea of the data mining part. Important parts. Okay, while waiting the rest in the class. Okay. Um, let me also go to the let me go back to the MS Team first. Okay, in terms of other thing that would be very important is would be the deliverable of the subject. Okay. Start recording first. Okay. So the deliver of the subject. Next week will be the presentation of the group project. Okay. The presentation will be group project will be started from hari Isnin lah ya. Hari Isnin means that Monday. We'll start with group C for 4 groups, and then group B for 4 groups, and then group B on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday will be 4 groups, and week 14 will be the balance group. Yeah. Please please refer to the guideline in the group project as well, which you have to submit. Yeah. The soft copy of the slide, so your content or your activities on the in the group project need to be reported in the slide. Okay, and the slide could be your presentation could be via a slide with pre-recorded voice, or you want to have it live. Yeah, means that presentation live session, and this presentation should be, the presentation of the slide, the presentation of the slide within 15 minutes. Okay, and another 15 minutes will be allocated for the Q&A session. Okay, so in total each group will be within 30 minutes only. Okay, if you okay, yeah, I should share as well. Yeah. There will be a lot of questions being asked to me, yeah, about the process and tasks. I think I also have responded to the question and answer. Okay, though if you need further further explanation, yeah, the best would be the best would be through the lab session, because I can see the real ataupun your data itself lah. Okay, I hope those who have changed the data set will not be removing the existing one. Okay, I need to associate your progress with the previous tasks. Yeah, so probably you have changed the data set, so I hope that you won't change or you won't remove it, but put it as the final data set that you are going to use. Means that you have to include a new rows in their sheet. Yeah, okay, so what I'm talking about the sheet is this one. Yeah, which sheet this, yeah, the information here. Okay, those who are include or having a new data, so please put a new data like this. Yeah, okay, And then reflect to the task also here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, if you look back to the task also, it's very important for you to highlight each of the activities that you have done. Yeah, searching data, okay, academic articles that you have referred, because it will help you in terms of understanding of the data. Okay, some of you might not have the missing value. I believe you have consult with me. If you do not have any missing value, you need to at least do some kind of other pre-processing that will be thoroughly been done in the data set. Yeah, it could be based on the noise, it could be the outliers, it could be something that relevant to the new data, new apa nama attributes. Yeah, new construction of data. New construction of variables. Yeah, so depending on the situation, and preparing would be on the transformation. Yeah, means that you should normalize or you should discretize, or you might need to do some kind of clustering. Yeah, so if you remember that in binning is one way of discretization, you also can do clustering on your what we call attributes. Yeah, and yes, reduce will be different. So reduce will be based on use, we are actually using algorithms, and where you can find the algorithms on the tab of select attributes. So select attribute here, you would choose some kind of a certain portion of the data, means that you can reduce into 70% or 50% of the attributes. Yeah, so you have to test which will be given the best outcome for your data set. Yeah, and I believe some of you doing clustering. Okay, so remember, in clustering you have to do some kind of experiments, different k value. Okay, and you also have to give what will be the best clusters numbers based on the elbow effect. Okay, we explain with the help of graphs. Okay, yang ini pun ada yang bertanya pada saya, ada yang kenapa, macam mana nak buat graph. Graph, you gunakan apa? Excel, and then you can represent into the what we call into histogram chart. Yeah, and I have given you a sample of histogram chart, but not necessarily this chart. You could be, we don't put any template here because we want to see the element of creativity here. Yeah, but this is a sample of histogram chart that can be used in comparing the accuracy or something that related to the performance of the model. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, lama dia tergerak sedikit. So basically what you have done will be, first will be identifying the relevant features, and then you have process and develop a model, and second part will be using the algorithms to select the attributes. Okay, right. Okay, guideline for the submission. Yeah, this is given here also as well. Okay, I just want to explain here a little bit in terms of evaluation. Yeah. Okay, so we are using rubric. Yeah, the best lowest will be given one between range of 1 and 2, and then the highest will be given 9 to 10. For the long life learning components will be from the data set itself and also from the references. Okay, so this will be the criteria being look at the data set and also references, and also data set and also the references. Okay, and then at the modeling part, yeah, at the modeling part would be looking at how you prepare the data and analyzing the process of preparing data itself. Yeah, actually at the analyzing, it means that if you're able to describe, if you're able to explain, okay, how we do this, why we do this, that will be showing that your understanding of doing the analysis. Okay, and then in terms of development, okay, for the highest for the model development, the highest mark will be 10, and then for the second criteria will also be 10, and model development would be on the use of the algorithms specifically about that will be available in the WEKA. And I think that it has been clarified, which you are using the classifier, means that you are going to use J48, yeah. And if you are able to apply, yeah, I mean, this actually apply on the reduction, yeah. So let me do this here. Okay. So apply data mining algorithms for apa nama reduce data set. Okay, this one is based on tadilah yang kita kata select apa nama related. Okay, so yang ini adalah okay. And then yeah, this one is not full lah. Kalau sebenarnya bila kita kata full ni, you ada yang faham, oh full tu kita kena gunakan semua. No, actually it's actually, so you rephrase it into related, yeah. I mean, this would be the experiment that you have done based on your some of the selected attributes based on your intuition and so based on your references. Okay, and then the second one will be using the algorithm to reduce using the information gain, such as your algorithm using the gain ratio and so forth. Okay, and then the last part will be the model evaluation. Yeah, model evaluation means that like what I shared just now, you have to explain in terms of what is the performance of each model, yeah. And this also actually at the level of C4, at least you need to know how to use the appropriate comparison metrics, yeah, for the model that you have developed. Okay. Right, so this will be marks will be given to you. Yeah, I would have sheet each of the group, yeah, for I mean I would have the sheet for each group to put it in this, yeah, to put the marks, yeah. Okay, any questions so far for this part? Ada? Ada ke?
Tak ada, madam.
No, madam.
Right, all right. Okay, now let's go to our content, yeah. So this one is clear. I think I would have another, yeah, I will have another instruction in terms of putting your copy, putting your copy in this folders, yeah. Yeah, I hope that by early of next says like weekend ke, I should get the apa nama list of turns kan, siapa-siapa yang kena present dulu and so forth, ya. Boleh weekend nanti? Okay, alright, thank
InsyaAllah,
you.
madam.
Okay, so today what we are going to do will be on the text mining. Okay, I believe you also have heard a lot of the text mining. Actually, this topic will be discussing more in the context of application of the data mining, and one of the application of data mining will be the text mining. Okay, and if you look at text mining, we are going to find some of the differences of text mining and data mining itself, and explain the types of text mining. This will be reflect to the task of data mining. So what are tasks data mining can be done on the text mining, and then some of the future trends. Actually, the part of future trend ni pun saya rasa it quite apa nama, a lot, okay, but I try to make it very short because you are going to hear a lot also about modeling and data mining in relation of data science, yeah, uh, for during the apa nama, during the session later on, okay, with Dr. Arif, okay. Here, okay, saya tutup dulu lah. Okay, this part, yeah. Here, if you look at data mining knowledge discovery, yeah, so we have done a lot this part. Yeah, we have done a lot of this part. If you remember, we have data in the form of, again, saya repeat, saya memang suka repeat benda yang terdahulu. So we have what we call nominal, yeah, and then under nominal also we could have what we call apa, binary, okay, and then we have apa lagi bawah binary, selain daripada binary.
Categorical.
Okay, alright. So actually nominal and categorical ni sama lah. Okay, we have binary and then we have under binary we actually have symmetric and asymmetric. Remember? Okay, betul tak? Okay, and then we also have what we call ordinal. Okay, ordinal data. Okay, so this is among that you can combine apa nama seen, yeah, different types of data for nominal. Okay, and then we have numeric. Okay, we have numeric. So numeric will be apa nama, continuous, yeah, continuous numeric, yeah, and ada lagi satu yang mana lastly would be vector. Okay, and vector ni, this vector, this is something that you are going to we are going to discuss today. Will be some of the data would be highly dimension, high dimension, we call it high dimensions, and then the data will be represented as vectors. Okay, and then each of the vectors will be have a specific value of like certain what we call value to this data. Like, okay, I'm going to discuss about it. I'm not going to confuse it now. Okay, so go back here. Okay, we have structured data. This is what we have discussed. Okay, and actually we could have other object in the data set, right? Like you see here, yeah, there are a lots of images can be seen here, yeah, and this is tak nampak sangat kat sini, tak nampak sangat. This is actually another text given, yeah. Okay, and this would be okay, ini apa beza ini and this one? Ini apa beza ini dengan ini?
Dalam bentuk sentence.
Oh, dalam bentuk sentence. Okay, Daniel. Okay, here actually you actually has the object kan? This is the object. Okay, and this will be the variable. Okay, this is for the variable. Okay, it's actually if you familiar with JSON, do you familiar with JSON ataupun yeah? So this is JSON kan, ataupun you gunakan apa kita panggil JavaScript apa, okay? So not JavaScript, sorry. Ada lagi satu which is similar like this, dictionary, Python dictionary, okay? So this would be the variable and this will be the value. Okay, the structure for those who do not understand the syntax, you might say, yo, apa benda ni? But this is actually has the structured data. And what we have seen in ARFF also something that relevant to the structure because it has syntax. And if you see in the CSV also, it's considered as structured data because it has a 2D dimension. Okay, and then this is free text. Okay, if you look at the free text, it's actually been been arranged based on the grammar and also the language of the text. Yeah, so this is in English, so it consists of grammar. I mean, the component of English grammar is seen, is been seen in the data. Okay, or if you look at Malay pun ada juga macam, I mean, we could extract free tracks from Malay language as well. Okay, and somehow the data will be in the form of hypertext. Yeah, like it would be quite similar to semi-structured data, where it also have the syntax. Yeah, but again here, yeah, the object will be represented differently. Yeah, um, so it will be some kind of semi ataupun we call it unstructured data as well. Okay. Right. So with that scenario, we could see that in textual data there will be a lots of in textual data there will be a lots of different way of having the textual data, and also another part of the textual data, the textual data could be embedded in the other object like images. Yeah. Um, And if you look at YouTube, yeah, if you look at if you look at Google search, yeah, so now we capable to extract ataupun the Google search also able to search any text that embed to the objects. Yeah, so this will be fascinating because when we search, it's not only based on what you see in the documents, but also you see in the media. Okay, so now we look at the data mining that we have done. Yes, you clearly have done this part. You can see the data is structured and representation will be straightforward, means that you can see it's in the form of numbers, and you can like predict or what we call integrate, I mean, to associate. Okay, this is numbers, definitely the metadata is about weather, so that it could be temperature, weather. So this is the value that been extracted from the thermostat. Apa betul kan? Apa jangka suhu tu apa kita panggil in English? Thermometer. Yeah, thermometer. Means that this value is extracted from this thermometer. Okay. That is something that you can understand from the data. It's very, very straight. It's very clearly been represent, and it could be tens of thousands like what you have access in the Kaggle. Okay, so those would be some of you very fortunate because you have extract data from sources that already put it into CSV. Okay, we do not deal about API. We do not deal anything that to the free text. That's why will be done next semester lah. So this semester awak faham dulu structured data. Next semester you are going to deal with the unstructured data. Okay, so it involves lots of machine learning process and also data analysis. Okay, it's matured and so forth. If you look at text mining, the difference will be on in the form of text itself. It could be in having the unstructured and semi-structured. Yeah, the data representation will be quite complex. Yeah, because before we go to the data process, before we represent the data, we have gone through the process of text, yeah, text processing. Okay. Have you heard about NLP? Pernah dengar NLP? Pernah dengar tak?
Pernah.
Pernah kan? Mesti siapa-siapa yang belajar pasal AI mesti pernah dengar fundamental of AI. Mesti you pernah dengar NLP. What is NLP?
Multi-level perceptron.
Oh, itu MLP. Haikal.
Oh, N
Ini N.
Sorry.
N apa?
Natural language processing.
Thank you. So this is natural language processing. Okay. So when you deal with the free text, we deal with some kind of posting, tweeters and so forth. You need to have a look at NLP. Yeah. So there are natural language processing. There are some steps need to be done before you represent the data into the model. Okay. Yes and so forth lah. Yeah. Okay, if the task can that been okay, tak ada dia punya overview. Okay, the task that you can do on the textual data quite similar, yeah, quite similar to the what we call data mining task. What are data mining tasks? Apa dia data mining task? Come on, dah nak masuk minggu ke-12 ni. Apakah data mining task?
To predict future action.
Okay. So, data mining task to predict the future action, including what we call first would be the
Classification.
betul. Okay, and then apa lagi?
Regression.
Okay, good. Lagi?
Association.
Apa lagi yang kita dah belajar?
Clustering.
Clustering. And lastly, last week?
Association.
Association analysis. This is among data mining tasks. Okay, so if you have text data, what you can do on the text? Apa yang boleh buat dalam text? You boleh buat classification, regression tak boleh lah Okay, but in some cases you can use regression, but I save it later on. It's quite complex. Okay, you can do clustering. Okay, and finally also you can do association. Okay, so the same task can be done. Okay, and what are the techniques? Techniques pula apa yang you boleh gunakan? Okay, what are techniques? So techniques ada classification like decision tree, like SVM. Adakah itu semua sesuai untuk textual data? Okay, clustering. You have k-means. You have what else? Hierarchical clustering. Adakah semua itu sesuai untuk clustering the textual data? Okay, same goes to the association. You have a priori, you have hierarchical. Okay. So now here when we look at the similarity will be in relation to the clustering. Okay, so we want to find similar documents in a set of common words. Okay, so what you are going to have, for example, set of documents means that we extracting articles, we extracting articles from library, okay, so ataupun from newspaper. You have but currently newspaper is already in the format that you could see this is a document for sport, this is a document for financial, but imagine that you are having the engine, you are developing an engine that can do some kind of this document clustering. Okay, so you extract any documents from the web, or you extracting any documents that can be accessed from the Google. Okay, now what you want to do is finding the similar documents, like what you see in the fake news. Fake news documents also can be very relevant. Okay, fake news. So when you deal with the fake news and then you want to do you want to identify this is a fake news and so forth, definitely you can use both. You can use classification or you can use the clustering approach. Okay, so classification means that you have to train from an existing set of documents. You already have existing documents that we classify as fake, and also as non-fake. But here means that you want to categorize the fake news or putting it to similar criteria using the clustering. Why you apply clustering? Maybe somehow because of the behavior of textual data itself. Okay, textual data is too high, too high ataupun too vast. Okay, and how you are going to do is that your documents, set of documents, right? So this will be a lot of text here, So each of text will be important for you to extract the keywords. Okay, term 1, term 2, term 3. Term 1, term 2, term 3. For example, term 1, term 2, term 1, term 2, and term 3. Kat sini pun ada term 2 lah. Okay, so you need to extract the frequency of mentioned keywords here in document 1, document 2, okay, and also document 3. How frequency, okay? So if the frequency is like this lah, for example, a very basic basic comparison that you can do. Okay, term 1 is mentioned 10 times. So this one is mentioned 2 times and this is mentioned 10 times. Okay, by using one attribute, you would see document 1 similar to document 3, isn't it? Betul tak? Agree tak? Agree tak? Hello?
Apa tadi madam?
Hey, you all ni.
Tak dengar,
Okay.
tak dengar
Ha, ha.
ni je. Dia
Okay, so
tersekat je.
maksudnya di sini bila kita buat classification ataupun bila kita nak buat clustering ni, okay, kita perlu extract terms, ya. We need to extract the terms in the document, and then cara kita nak buat comparison is like we could have term 1 and then we have term 2, term 3 for each document. Katakan document 1, you could see term 1 is been mentioned 10 times. Okay, document 2 is mentioned 2 times. The term 1 is been mentioned 10 times in the document 3. So which will be similar? Okay, which document you would conclude having
dokumen 1 dengan dokumen 3.
Okay. So you could see here there is a similarity between document 1 and document 2 based on one terms. Yeah, but by right we cannot compare it based one terms lah. Okay, because we have lots of terms. So we need to make a conclusion based on many terms. Okay, this is what you have to do using the algorithms. Yeah. Okay. Right. So this is what we call as some of the processing that need to be done on the data set. Okay, so with NLP, just now I mentioned about NLP. Okay, actually it's involved the text to be processed, into a single ataupun a common like this one. Okay, drugs and drug. Yeah, so what is the common word stem for these 3 terms? Yeah, so actually it's drug. Okay, and this is yield to the result of drug is been mentioned 3 times. Okay, this is not a good sample lah. Okay, I wish I do not have to mention this, right? So but imagine in the medical lah kita context, in the context medical, yeah. So the patient have to apply ataupun sudah mengambil beberapa kali ubat, ya, ataupun dia sudah perlu mengambil beberapa kali ubatan, okay, ataupun sudah mengambil beberapa kali ubatan. So this actually in the context of medical, it seem quite similar because the prescription is given to the patients, and we could see that if there is a similarity in the types of drugs given or the medical given, so we can make conclusion that actually this patient has been diagnosed as a diabetic patient, something like that. So this is how you can actually put into what we call similarity of the type of medicine or type of medical treatment given to the patients. Okay, so actually this is kind of repetition that we have done, yeah, if you remember in the clustering part, yeah, last time we have done it, yeah. So what we need to do on the document would be have to change it into the frequency table that is representing the occurrence of the words in the document. Okay, apa ini kita panggil? What is this? Ingat tak? Apa dia ni? Ni ada kan? Okay, so this is referring to the cosine distance. Yeah. Okay, this is what we some of the. Yeah.
Macam tadi kan, kalau drug tu kita boleh perasan kan drug. Tapi kalau macam do ataupun true kan ada O kan dekat belakang kan. So macam mana tu? Kalau macam example macam tu. Macam do, true, to.
Yang itu adalah termasuk macam ni. Ni maksudnya irrelevant words yang mana adalah like the, or, and so forth ni. So this would be something, words that can be considered as stopping list. Yeah, so we do not need these words. Okay, so this word will be put into the stopping list. So what you will be extracting ataupun you, like firstly you can you jumpa satu perkataan tu, I like apa nama bread and butter kan. Okay, so maksudnya kita, bila kita go through the NLP process, okay, ini akan will be removed, this one also will be removed because it's a stopping words. Okay, so we leave like, we leave bread, and also we leave butter. So your text, yeah, this text, imagine this is text 1. Okay, so text 1 will be presented as like. In your array akan jadi like, okay, and then bread, okay, and you will have butter. Okay, okay, like ni very important lah. Kenapa kita nak letak like? Yeah, so like ni will determine, for example, in this case I want to analyze the sentiment, kan, the sentiment. So like giving sentiment positive ke negative? What do you think?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, so it gives score to the positive sentiment. Okay, saya menjawab ke Irfan?
Jawab.
Okay, so macam true and so forth tu kena tengok lah, maksudnya dalam true tu konteks dia memberi sentimen ke tidak. Ya, memberi sentimen ke tidak. Kalau dia ada skor kepada sentimen, kita akan retain lah. So that's why NLP ni, kalau kita buat textual data ni, it's not like very direct processing, because it has to relate to the grammar, it has to relate to the syntax and context of the language itself. So a lot of things need to be done in the pre-processing part lah. So that's why here, if you this part dalam bahagian ni kita kata, okay, data representation for textual data is not straightforward, it's quite complex, it's always depending on the languages. Okay, boleh faham okay,
Boleh.
the rest Jana, senyap je.
Boleh faham.
Okay.
Boleh faham? Siapa ada di sini?
Boleh doktor.
Boleh faham Okay, jangan senyap-senyap je. Saya tak tahu senyap tu faham ke, ada ke, atau pasang record je. Okay. Okay, let's move. Okay, so actually tadi tu saya dah touch on the similarity lah. This is something that you can relate relate to. Okay, you can relate to the similarity. Oh, boleh tak keluar. Okay, similarity detection. Okay, I'm going to have another example here. Let's see a classification. Saya, okay, yes, classification. Okay, so classification also here, data preprocessing is involved data preprocessing with NLP tadi lah. Okay, NLP. And then your textual ataupun your documents will be set of training and set of testing. So you have document 1, document 2, and then document 3, Okay, katakan document 10,000. Okay, for each document, you will have set of terms representing it. Yeah. Okay, and then you will have set of terms representing it, and so forth. Okay. Right, so from this document, it has label. Boleh faham tak label? Okay, let us have a look at just now. Example, fake, and this is fake, this is non-fake. Boleh faham? Kita selalu dapat kan? Apa nama, notifikasi daripada KKM lah, daripada MKN, kan? Jangan apa? Jangan Jangan percaya kepada berita-berita palsu. Dia akan meletak gambar, this is fake, this is palsu. Okay, so this will be the documents. These are the documents, the containing words it could be images, something like that. All of this as the features inside. Inside the document. Okay, and each of the data have a level. I mean, we know this is fake, this is reliable, and so forth. So this will be set of data that you have. Okay, and okay, the process of training and test. Okay, what does it mean by this one? What does it mean by this one? Because you are going to develop a model. Betul tak? So you want to develop a model, and the training and testing process need to be done. Okay, so like you want to develop a model in the context of algorithm, you want to choose will be at the SVM, for example, or you want to use KNN. Pernah dengar KNN? Ingat KNN? What is KNN?
Reasonable.
Good. Okay, nearest neighbor. Okay, I'm not going to put the decision tree lah. So I want you to relate and make a more bigger picture on this. In this topic. So here this will be algorithms that you could use for the modeling process. Okay, now let's talk about training and testing. What do you understand about training and testing? What do you understand about training and testing?
Training kan disebabkan macam apa ni, dia kita macam nak cakap, kita apa tu, kita buat clustering tu based on training kan. So training tu untuk train lah, tapi kalau test tu untuk tengok berapa accuracy without apa tu, knowing dia macam ada data, faham tak? Yang kita tak fit untuk training.
Alright, good. Okay, now the process of training and testing, kalau you ingat balik in topic 5, kita ada 2 method. Apa dia? Ada 2 teknik ataupun 2 method. Apa dia? Siapa nak jawab ni? Selain daripada Irfan? Saya nak dengar suara MC lah. Majid, mana Majid?
Saya di sini.
Yes, apa dia? Training and testing.
Soalan tadi tu apa, type of ni?
Type of what? Ingat balik. Apakah?
Apa ni? Sekejap
Sekejap Okay. Nurul Syahira, boleh kaitkan apakah training and testing? Teknik-teknik yang ada ataupun methods yang ada dalam training and testing yang kita boleh apply dalam actual data.
Madam, ni yang cross validation dengan
Yeah,
percentage speed tu.
thank you Hasif. Okay, so you got the answer. Mistake kat sini gambar. Okay, so kita boleh gunakan kaedah what we call split percentage, ataupun satu lagi is the cross validation. Ini ada dalam WEKA kan? Ingat yang ni So bila kita cakap pasal training and testing, you could use split percentage ataupun bahasa yang biasa kita guna, bahasa technical which is holdout methods, or cross validation. This is based on the K number of fold, Okay, so this is what you see here at training and testing for the model, for the model development, and model validation would be probably been done based on the new data set. You want to validate, you want to validate your model using the new data set ataupun totally different data set from the training and testing. Okay, and then classifying a new unknown textual documents. Okay, so this also can be used after you deploy, you agree or you confirm this will be the best model, then you can deploy into the unknown text documents. Okay, does it seem very similar? Faham tak proses dia overall? So proses dia tidak berbeza dengan the existing data mining processes. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah. Cuma sekarang ni bezanya you punya data and also the involvement of NLP in the pre-processing or representation. Okay. But I'm not going, but yeah, definitely today we are not, ataupun for this current subject, we are not going to have a detail of this. Yeah. This one will be later on, you will be exploring in the another subject, which is business data analytics. Yeah. Okay. Right, so this will be the illustrations of the document. Yeah, the example given here based on the sports business and so forth lah. So the same thing that we are discussing before. Okay, actually it can be used on the WEKA, in the WEKA. Yeah, so you can have a look at here. This is just for your what we call it apa nama, exploration. Yeah, you can use WEKA to explore the text mining processes. Yeah, you can follow the steps, very simple, it's very easy steps. Actually, if you look at the WEKA, you could have 2 sample of data in textual, so you can try it. Okay. Right, okay, yeah, susunan dia tak berapa ni sangatlah, tak bad. Okay, so this is the detail of doing the clustering pula, yeah. Okay, the detail of doing clustering, I mean, this is as we discussed just now. Okay, this is computation of the similarity, how we calculate the similarity. Now we look at the Cosine similarity. This is as we discussed in the clustering. So actually we have to generate, this is what the term frequency table. Okay, term frequency table. But later on, okay, next semester, you will see another representation. Okay, so this is one way of representation. Okay, so in representation, this could be very classical way to represent the data. Yeah, and this will be used to find the similarity. But there are more, representation will be more. Okay, this is TF, we call term frequency, and there will be TF IDF. You will find, yeah, TF IDF, and there will be another representation, what we call as word embedding. Banyak lagi, ilmu tu besar. Okay, so nak catch up semua ilmu, definitely we have to go by experiments and experience, ya. So teruskan belajar, jangan apa nama, jangan stop ilmu tu dengan setakat nak tahu dalam kelas je lah. So later on you will learn, you will get information through, probably you baca, I mean because you the generation will be exposed to many social media post and tweets. Mungkin benda tu you dapat daripada this social media. Okay, you dapat ilmu tu daripada social media, you baca, oh ini yang dulu aku belajar. Okay, this something that, and don't forget also create your LinkedIn account. Okay, selain Twitter, selain Insta dan selain Facebook. Okay, LinkedIn, Twitter will be very, very useful for you, especially in the context of putting your because there will be a lots of sharing session be done in the LinkedIn. Okay, so with that also I would like to relate it into the social media mining. Okay, so these are the social media that can be found, like that I mentioned just now. It's very baru satu yang saya explain, bukan baru satu, baru 3 yang saya explain tadi, which is Twitter, mana Facebook, and then LinkedIn, ya, 4, and also we have Insta, kan. Now you could see YouTube, and then Netflix is coming, and Netflix pun semakin, and then we have a lot of other social media dalam konteks hobi. Ada sesiapa yang ada hobi? Semua mesti ada hobi. Ada sesiapa yang ada hobi dan ada social media? Boleh share. Siapa yang bermain game? Ha. Kan? Ha.
Asif.
Asif. Tadi Asif nak cakap apa dia Asif?
Tak ada lah. Ada hobi share dekat Facebook group.
Okay, good. Alright, ada hobi yang you share dekat dalam Facebook group. Okay, ada siapa yang terlibat dengan cycling ke ataupun hiking? Ada?
Haikal.
Oh, Haikal. Mana Haikal? Haikal? Okay.
Saya.
Ada ke social media yang terlibat dengan hobi awak? Yang ni?
Ada.
Apa dia Saya pernah dengar lah 2-3 benda. Mungkin you all nak share awak punya social media apa dia?
Saya suka fotografi.
Apa dia? Pasal grafik?
Fotografi.
Oh, fotografi. So, gunakan apa?
Insta ada, Twitter pun ada.
Okay, great. Ada tak yang suka cycling tu? Ada saya pernah dengar lah. There is a one social media for the cycling. Ya. Yang ni memang saya nampak very useful lah. And then also for those who are hiking pun also ada their own social media. Okay. There will be lots of social media related to the hobby. Okay. And then everybody is sharing the finding through this social media lah. Yeah. So the best part is that most of these platform are free. So it's free and then it's being published publicly. Yeah. So you can access a lot of information. So from that also you could see this would be needed for us to process ataupun we need to analyze. Yeah. So this will be example from social media analysis from Twitter. What you can get here. Yeah, firstly definitely macam ni you nak access posting daripada Twitter. Anybody have tried?
Macam mana dia?
Ada sesiapa pernah access data daripada Twitter? Capai data daripada Twitter.
Maksud macam mana?
Capai data cari keyword Kalau cari keyword pernah.
Okay.
Ada certain keyword yang macam contoh yang pasal apa tu, yang bantuan 150 hari tu kan.
Okay. Oh, betul juga kan sebab you all memang terlibat lah. You all belia kan?
Yang e-beli tu nak tahu pasal update pasal tu, cari je lah keyword dia dan keluar semua post yang pasal benda tu.
Okay, so imagine you itu adalah retrieval itu retrieval, you cari data lah kan. Okay, next, how you are going to collect?
Collect.
Macam ni nak collect data? Apa dia?
Web scraping.
Pandai awak. Okay, web scraping kan. So kita gunakan kaedah web scraping. So yang ini pun ada API lah. Definitely if you do you nak dapatkan, sebab sometimes kita tak sanggup pun nak buat the process of that was one time I do this lah, but later on I tak sempat dan nak tengok that I'm scraping data from Twitter to analyze. I mean I have my own engine to scrape data from Twitter to focus on keywords. Macam tadi bukan Hasif, siapa tadi? Sorry. Tak ingat nama awak.
Haikal Fitri.
Haikal. So tadi Haikal explain just letak keyword saja. But actually you can have your own search engine lah. Gunakan Python saja. You create satu what we call scraper in your bot in your computer. You kena subscribe sebagai developer lah, ya. But now being the developer in the Twitter ni pun dah jadi kompleks sedikit. Twitter will ask you the research purpose, the research grant or something like that. But definitely it's still open to any developer, if you want to develop, if you want to develop your own, of course it's open. So you have to request for oath. Pernah dengar oath? Kita panggil digital signature. You have to produce your digital signature Twitter, so Twitter know this is you and you are trying to access or you are trying to collect data from Twitter. Okay, try lah try nanti dah, sebab sekarang ni is the time for you to explore, to do Python, to do lots of things. Okay, now apa nama, this is for myself as well lah, because I know my son ni kadang-kadang dia seronok main game je, tapi dia kata the behind story of this apa nama, this platform tu dia tak tahu. Okay, but you as a IT student, as a computer science student, especially in intelligence system lah, you need to know further. I mean, you need to explore further what will be behind of this platform, what will be behind technology. So try to explore. This will be very, very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Create your own developer account. Use API, use Python a lot. Yeah, because now pun Python pun dah boleh gunakan Google Colab ya. Pernah dengar Google Colab?
Nah,
Kan?
Pernah.
So you can access it ataupun you boleh gunakan Google Cloud, but it needs subscription lah kalau you nak buat open coding using the Google Cloud but you can try definitely. Okay, so what you can do from this social data will be definitely the pre-processing, something like that. Yeah, you can see here. And then you can apply models and then you can classify into the positive, negative and neutral sentiment. Yeah. Okay, for example lah, you are fan kan, you have a fan and then you nak tahu semua ni punya, you can see that influencer tu selalu ada berapa banyak posting sehari, sampai thousands posting kan, you tak sempat lah. Okay, katakan you imagine, saya tak sempat lah nak tengok posting ni satu-satu. I just want to have a analysis from my apa nama original posting and what were the comments given to me. So sama ada ramai yang positif ataupun towards negative. This is something that you can done ya. Okay, ada sesiapa nak jadi influencer di sini?
Iqbal madam, Iqbal madam.
Aizat Irfan.
Influencer bagusnya. Okay, mana tahu kan dapat duit nanti sebab ada sponsor. Ya. Okay, so what will be the challenges involved in social media? This will be, I think I'm not going to discuss further lah, but this is something that very, very clear. Yeah. When we deal with the data, we have a lots of samples. Okay, and then if you are dealing with English, there is a lot of corpus. There are lots of existing dictionaries that can be found in English. But those who are going to do in Malay, sometimes it will be hard for us to relate to the dictionary, existing dictionary. And then kita nak tahu scoring dictionary ataupun corpus in Malay to the sentiment will be hard lah. So this will be kind of interesting if you want to later on next semester want to do some of the FYP proposal. Okay, and I know that currently because of the social media is very, very open and there is a lot of things been done ataupun project been proposed based on the social media and Insta and then Facebook and also some of the students proposing in the LinkedIn, and then it's quite trending also because when we have like government saying about okay, kita nak keluarkan e-bilia. Okay, siapa yang nak dapat? Okay, kita nak analyse siapa yang paling ramai respon kan. And then kita akan berkaitan pula dengan location, berkaitan dengan apa nama, accessibility of this e-bilia kan. So how we can analyse the apa nama, the ataupun revert the policy. So this is how we can get it from the social media. Okay. Right, and then yes, what will be the problems? Definitely there will be a lot of problems, but how you are going to deal with this, like you can see there will be a lot of sophisticated documents currently. Yeah, what does it mean by sophisticated documents? Something that encrypted, some things that will be embedded in the different objects, and whether this will be associated to the user profile. Okay, and other than that will be also if you look at the context of Google, yeah, if you look at context of Google, they would really have to come up with this better way of indexing, yeah, especially if you, yeah, definitely now we when we go to the Google, yeah, adakah you suka benda ni dipaparkan ikut apa you punya preference ataupun you rasa, oh, I don't want to be known in the Google. What do you think?
Saya suka dia papai ikut preference saya.
Okay, the rest macam mana yang lain-lain?
Saya tak nak Google tahu.
Oh, awak nak anonymous. Okay, lagi? Ada
Entah.
tak yang
Tak tahu. Rasa macam dua-dua.
kan? There is certain time, yeah, there is certain time you want to have it in your own preference. Okay, why? Because you don't have much time to do the searching again from the start ataupun in the beginning. Okay, semalam saya buat apa oh, saya nak continue apa yang saya dah buat semalam. So you want to have the technology can capture this. Okay, because you don't want to repeat, you don't want to revert. Okay, but if you want to do something that unknown, that is introduction of the apa nama Google incognito ni apa incognito. Okay, so I believe siapa ni siapa tadi yang bercakap Nizam
Nazmi.
Okay, Nazmi mesti menggunakan incognito, Nazmi. Okay, so that is how, because you want to not be known. Okay, at least Google is giving giving options, yeah. So make sure that you understand this option. Okay, and then kita tak boleh nak salahkan pada platform tu. Oh, platform tu tak main ambil je data aku. I mean, platform social media ni dia tak faham ke aku tak nak info ni? Kan? So, but you need to understand. That's why before you use this platform, there will be some kind of consensus and agreement, kan? You kena faham, okay, you kena baca dulu apa benda yang dia ambil daripada kita, apa yang dia you tak perlu provide to them. So this is something that very very important, that because it's related to the data ethical, okay, ethical of the data itself lah. So same goes to how you collect data also. Okay, collect data tu ada yang akan bertanya, saya tak nak lah saya tak berani lah nak ambil data daripada Facebook, takut ada isu ni. Tapi the user know that this is a public information, something that you don't want to have it in public. Make sure you have put it into private content. Okay.
Tapi madam, contohnya kalau kita macam ambil data ni lepas tu kita jual?
Jual tu salah lah, kan?
Dosa kan?
Tak, sebab biasanya kan like sekarang boleh tengok web scrapingnya ni, ada boleh jual data guna web scraping kan. Boleh jual kat certain company, sebab dia orang kan macam tak tahulah, mungkin dia malas ke apa, tak tahu.
Okay. So dia ada satu benda maksudnya yang you nak jual tu adalah services, is not the data. Maksudnya the process, yang itu yang kita kena faham. There are two things. Something data tu memang kita tak boleh jual as a third party. If you host the data, you cannot sell it to the third party, and then the third party should understand, it is unethical you get the data from other people, kecuali you kata this is services, okay, services offered, okay, I want to have this kind of services, and then I want to have service for data collection. So dia hidden di situ, so bila dia hidden bukanlah hidden, cara kita declare dia bukanlah sebagai membeli data, okay, so kita subscribe the services, okay, and data yang kita offer tu juga, okay, if you as a developer, you need to understand data apa yang boleh diambil ataupun dipaparkan oleh the first party just now. Okay, like you say that you are collecting data from Facebook, yeah, and then Facebook pun pandai, dia tak akan keluarkan semua data. Ya, maksudnya you nampak macam ada nama tapi nama tu mungkin tak appear sebenarnya. It's not representing, and then orang akan questions juga whether this is a very valid data that you have collect. Kan, so actually they are circle of processes yang sebenarnya yang kita kena further investigate and further elaborate. So it's not a direct process. It's involved lots of things need to do and need to be clarified, and untuk mendapat data secara free tu is not easy actually. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So again, ethical ni semua orang kena faham lah. Ethical kan. Ethical tu apa yang kita boleh dapat, apa yang kita boleh publish tu definitely kalau dia menyalahi, that's why keluar dulu last time Facebook kena saman kan, sebab dia memang clearly has the as a proven ataupun bukti-bukti yang dia memang menjual data tu, ataupun bukan menjual data lah, dia menggunakan data tu sendiri. Ya. Yeah? Okay, I think the rest I'm not going to further much discuss lah. Okay, you could have seen here some of the applications, yeah, this involved in web. So web content, web structure, web use, yeah. So what are the web content? Text, image, audio. Definitely each of these need to do further pre-processing, barulah you masuk pada modeling. So task and modeling development of model would be almost the same. Tetapi bahagian pre-processing will be very critical, because if you look at text, there is some kind of NLP process. How about image? Kan, how about image? What you need to do on the image? Ini yang akan jadi kompleks juga. So data daripada image, yes, you akan gunakan scraper, okay, and then data will need to be scaled, need to be transformed, okay, into vector or into like RGB, ataupun you could have opacity, you could have other value like texture. These are among variables that can be related to the image. Okay, and this will be represented by numbers lah. Okay, the textuality and then the RGB value, that will be numeric. Okay, so you can see, but if you have this information could be presented in 1 pixel. If image, yeah, if you have ini 1 pixel. Okay, textual dengan texture mungkin berbeza lah, tapi but again textual pun dia ada scale dia tertentu in different side of image. Okay, so here image 1 pixel. Imagine we have 100 1,000 times 1,000 pixel. Okay, so 1,000 pixel akan menghasilkan array sepanjang berapa? Sepanjang 100,000 piece, 100,000 array. This is image. That's why image also can be considered as a high dimension data. Okay, very big. One image, one picture will have a long what we call kita panggil array lah, ya, ataupun we could present it as a matrix. Okay, this is a matrix 1 1 1 2 1 3 and so forth. Okay, belum masuk audio. What about metadata ni different, so what about audio? So if you look at audio tu, the representation of audio dia macam ni. This is the data audio. So data audio ni akan masuk ke dalam ni, and then each of his has a frequency. Okay, so bahagian ni senyap. Ini kena buat apa dengan senyap? Tadi dalam teks kita tahu I and so forth kena remove kan. So here in audio, this silence ataupun no sound area need to be removed. This one need to be removed. Ataupun dia menjerit panjang sangat. So panjang kan. So that tu kena need to be removed. So this is how you deal with the audio data. I mean, you need to extract what will be the important sound. Okay, and from here, the data could be represented as a text. And dari teks baru you dapat TF, IDF and so forth dalam bentuk numerik, barulah masuk dalam what we call the model. So different process, different object will need involve different processes. Yeah. So later on, when you deal with this data, you would see. Yeah, you will see. Yeah. Any question?
No question.
Okay. So this is among data yang you boleh dapat daripada web. URL. Okay. So you might need the HTTP. You might need the information of the Okay. You need to have information of the resource. Okay, what is being queried by the person ataupun from this ID. Yeah. So this will be information that you can extract from logs. Yeah. And there is many more. Ini saya dah discuss lah tadi sedikit kan, how you deal on with different audio and so forth. Okay. At the end, yes, data mining will be involving what will be interesting at the final part will be the visualization. Like for your FYP later on, you could have some kind of modeling, you could have and so forth. At the end, macam mana you nak paparkan you hasilan tu, mungkin you akan gunakan visualization. Okay, like my students, most of them are very happy to do the Power BI apps. Okay, so dia dah buat model, dia dah create prediction and so forth, and he have done the analysis. At the end dia suruh nak dia tanya macam mana nak buat benda ni nampak kepada orang kegunaannya. Okay, kita gunakan Power BI apps sajalah, Power Apps. So they have developed a model based on the Power Apps. Yeah. But there are a lot more, not only Power Apps lah. You can use like Tableau, you can use what we call FusionNets, yeah. Like FusionNets and Tableau, they have the trial version. You can try to have opak your punya hasilan in that apps, yeah. Okay. Other than that, this one I hope I can leave it to you for reference. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay.
Okay, madam.
Boleh ya? Ada ke yang lain-lain tu macam senyap je?
Boleh, madam.
Okay. So saya rasa kalau tak ada apa-apa, I think that's all. I hope that I have given to you some of the idea on data mining. In different context lah. So dalam subjek ni memang kita banyak fokus kepada macam mana kita dah dapat data tu dalam bentuk dah cantik, and then you have to do the development. Okay, we don't have much time in this class to do on the part of raw data, no, we don't have much time for that, but the fundamental of the processes that we have to do on the modeling and also the training and testing process has been covered in this subject. So later on, if you deal with the proposal, so I would suggest in term of proposal, find it, try, this. So untuk minggu ni punya kelas tu very important lah, Dr. Arif, tu, because it has two purpose. Maksudnya to conclude this class and also for you to give some kind of idea for you to prepare for your proposal. Okay, so jangan tunggu next semester baru nak cari lecturer ke apa. if possible before the semester because bila semester bermula tu and then you baru nak cari ataupun nak find your supervisors, supervisors will be overwhelmed with many requests, and then it's like macam saya, ini experience saya sendiri lah, because I have put okay, I only can cater this number of students, okay. So those who have given komitmen yang awal, so dia akan saya rasa saya been able to communicate lah. Tapi jangan overwhelm lah, because it will be an overwhelm request by the students. So itu sayang lah. So sometimes you are proposing the best atau proposing something very very good, but technically because the supervisors ataupun the lecturers has communicate with prior to some of the students, they cannot handle more than that. So that will be sayang lah, is sayang for you to have that. Okay, so I would suggest yeah, definitely you will be very very busy for these 2-3 weeks with your final assessment. Do you know when is our final assessment? Do you know it?
Not yet.
Dia adalah 8 hari bulan 8, which is an Ahad Ahad. So I hope that you can tetapi Ahad, timetable yang diberi oleh HCA adalah hari Ahad. So kita kena follow lah apa yang dah diberi oleh HCA. Dan saya faham some of you might now been called for the vaccine. Okay, so so siapa-siapa yang dipanggil untuk vaksin on Ahad tu tolong beritahu awal-awal ya. So kita tak nak nanti ada masalah tiba-tiba baru pagi tu baru nak cakap saya nak kena vaksin. Oh
Madam,
no. Ya.
Exam exam berapa hari bulan dah start?
Exam kita 8 hari bulan 8. Tapi keseluruhan exam akan bermula 22 Julai.
Oh.
Ya. So you kena tengok balik jadual tu 22 Julai tu ada apa-apa exam dah start ke belum, ya. You all ambil berapa subjek? 5 kan?
Madam.
Ya.
Ada tips tak untuk pilih supervisor?
Oh, tips. Ya. Tips definitely dia yang paling matching adalah maksudnya you sesuai, you rasa you can communicate, you can talk, and then the proposal that you give will be suit with the the lecturers. Okay, semua lecturer dalam FSKM ni adalah lecturer yang memang knowledgeable, tak ada masalah. Bukan nak kata orang ni tak tahu, orang ni tahu. No, everybody is knowledgeable. It's just that maybe some of the lecturer ada preference. Katakan, oh you nak buat benda ni, oh saya tak boleh lah, dia dah ada own context ataupun dia dah ada like research area. Tu you kena respect lah some of it. Yeah. Okay.
Lepas tu proposal tu macam mana tu, madam? Maksudnya kena buat paper, kena macam ada tajuk dulu ke macam mana ke?
Ya. You kena ada macam tajuk, apa yang nak buat kan. Dia jangan bagi like katakan awak jumpa saya kata, madam saya nak buat ini, tajuk ini. Oh, and then saya pula nak kena tanya apa sebenarnya nak buat. So you kena at least ada description lah. What my previous experience kan, ada students tu dia bagi dah satu paragraph. So kita boleh faham and then kita boleh communicate dengan students lah. Okay, student kata saya nak buat macam ni, nampak lah dia punya description a little bit. Okay, so bagi proposal tu tak adalah macam just bagi title je, tapi ada a little bit description, data tu nak ambil daripada mana, ataupun why you say this is a problem, atau and then kita nak create proposal tu, dia mesti ada problem. Maksudnya sekarang ni you ada masalah nak cari you nak analyze sesuatu lah. Macam saya kata tadi, contohnya you are influencer and then you rasa you ada masalah nak analyze you punya posting kan. So this is something that you might use for your proposal. Okay, tapi proposal bukannya setakat daripada social media saja, sebab because this is quite a favorite punya tajuk jugalah kan. Banyak juga proposal tu bukan banyak, macam setelah banyak because social media is free kan, mungkin semua orang nak buat analisa on the gunakan social media. Tapi dalam social media pun ada image kan. Kalau you tengok Google kan, macam tadilah contoh-contoh audio pun ada kan, yang mana you boleh search and then you ataupun you can see other documents. You tengok dalam social media, if you look at Google search tu, ada berapa tab? Image, audio, PDF, PowerPoint, so forth. So itu semua adalah dokumen-dokumen yang boleh retrieve dan you boleh buat classification, you boleh buat clustering ke, something like that.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Kan? Mungkin macam tadi tu ada yang suka menggunakan social media yang lain daripada Facebook, dia gunakan hobi punya social media pun okay kan? Because hobi social media pun walaupun the specific to hobby, you might want to classify further on your data set lah. Ya. Tadi satu contoh kita beri fake news. Fake news pun kira sekarang ni very related to the current scenario, because we have a lot of information shared. WhatsApp ni saya tak pernah jumpa lagi students yang buat WhatsApp. Mungkin sebab WhatsApp tu sendiri adalah
limited, madam. WhatsApp sebab
yes.
saya pernah nak try automate tapi tak boleh, macam limited. Memang pertama nak kena nombor lagi, nak kena cacah macam
itulah. Tapi I was thinking that kalau lah WhatsApp ni we can put into kata sorting kan, very important like email, this will be interesting. I mean, kita boleh prioritize the messages masuk ke dalam WhatsApp ni. Tapi yang itu tak ada sebab dia control by the ISP, maksudnya internet service provider ataupun to the telecommunication service provider. That's why WhatsApp tu kita tak dapat nak go through to the level of public ataupun free access to the data. Siapa-siapa yang nak keluar dah boleh keluar. Ini cuma chit-chat je. Okay, so thank you very much. Kejap-kejap nanti Irfan saya sambung. Thank you very much also, and then saya ambil peluang ini juga. Ini adalah kali terakhir kita ada mass lecture, so saya minta maaf apa-apa yang kekurangan dari pihak saya ataupun mungkin kita tak pernah jumpa physical tetapi kita jumpa secara online. So banyak juga kelemahan di situ, message WhatsApp saya pun kadang-kadang ada yang saya sempat balas secara panjang, ada yang saya sempat balas secara pendek. Yang itu juga atas saya punya kekangan jugalah. Saya minta maaf jika awak rasa lecturer ni tak jawab betul-betul. There is a lot of constraint lah on my side. Okay. I hope you enjoy the session with me, walaupun mungkin saya cakap tu kadang-kadang tu mengantuk ke something yang tak menarik ke, tapi at least I hope it spark your minat, it spark your minat and you might remember this forever. Okay, sebagai you punya apa yang saya nak awak ingat forever tu, maksudnya ilmu tu sedikit. Apa yang saya introduce adalah sangat sedikit tapi it's a beginning of many of things. Okay, sekarang you jumpa benda yang bagus, kita doakan later on kita akan jumpa yang lebih bagus, tetapi kita ingat permulaan kita. Itu sajalah, especially pada mak bapak tu. Okay, ucapkan terima kasih banyak-banyak. Setiap kali nak periksa tu nanti minta maaf dekat ibu bapa, katakan minta doa daripada yang tua ataupun ibu bapa agar ia dipermudahkan. Right, so ilmu ini juga tolong sampaikan pada rakan-rakan. Mungkin ilmunya mungkin basic, tetapi benda yang awak sampaikan tu mungkin macam saya katalah, mungkin dia spark dan memberi makna kepada orang. So ilmu yang sedikit dan perlu dipraktiskan. Okay, perlu dipraktiskan, maksudnya kita kena amalkan ia. Jangan simpan dia hanya untuk pas ataupun jangan simpan dia hanya untuk keadaan semasa. So kita sentiasa praktiskan dia. Alright.
So
Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Okay, harap-harap nanti kita akan jumpa dalam suasana yang lebih baik nanti. Good luck for your presentation next week dan juga good luck for your final assessment. Ya. Okay. So saya rasa itu sahajalah untuk minggu ini. Ya. Dan juga jangan lupa isi forang. Ya. So Ifan, tadi saya sambung sikit kalau awak nak dengar ke dah ada hal lain?
Tak ada lah. Okey je.
So itulah maksudnya konsepnya, maksudnya awak kena cerita sedikit lah dengan supervisor kan, cari supervisor tu kena ada at least awak buat study sikit kan, kata oh dia bukan setakat bagi idea macam tu saja, maksudnya awak kata oh saya nampak problem ni occur dekat sini, saya nampak problem ni occur pada mak bapak saya cari-cari data dan dia tak tahu yang mana lebih baik. That is the analysis that can be done lah sebenarnya. Yeah.
Madam, contoh kan kalau macam proposal saya kasih macam ada beberapa projek lah. Lepas tu saya kasih dekat supervisor, boleh ke? Sebab macam
boleh, tak ada masalah. Maksudnya supervisor mungkin nampak potential of your proposal, okay, and then supervisor mungkin berminat one of it. So at least ada beberapa option lah, daripada awak kata satu je, lepas tu proposal kata lecturer ataupun supervisor kata tak boleh lah, yang ni saya tak boleh nak tak boleh nak commit, kan, at least dia ada option lah. Yeah.
Dia FYP ni dia macam merangkumi skop dia under topik-topik yang kita belajar lah semua. Macam kita fokuskan dalam satu subjek tu ke, macam kita kena fokuskan keseluruhan subjek?
Dia sebenarnya merangkumi keseluruhan subjek lah. So you ada komponen kognitif, you ada komponen development, kefahaman kan. Dan komponen psikomotor tu kan, you develop something tu psikomotor lah. Dan juga komponen tu lah soft skill yang lain, macam communicate, bercakap, negotiation.
Madam, kalau contoh kan kita nak develop, kita nak proposal benda yang kita dah ada, macam like saya mungkin nak buat automate chess kan, macam kita chess tu macam robot tu akan learn by itself, macam unsupervised learning lah. Macam tu boleh?
Boleh, yang itu memang boleh. Sebab ada yang students yang buat game, very interesting. I mean, that is something that you can explore. Kalau you tengok dalam kelas, you tengok special topic masuk AI dengan AI week kan. Saya impress for your punya idea lah, macam yang you buat game dalam AI bootcamp dan juga treasure hunt kan. Tak? Treasure hunt pula. Apa nama dia? Amazing Race. Kan? Ada yang terlibat buat Amazing Race?
Ada, betul-betul.
Kan. So these are among game yang you boleh innovate, tetapi dia ada konteks lah. Maksudnya dia ada learning process, dia ada rule base, dia akan ada data profiling. So katakan
tapi kalau spesifik macam chess boleh ke?
Boleh saja. Maksudnya you spesifik pada chess, but chess dia ada knowledge, dia ada level of thinking yang berbeza kan.
Betul.
Mana tahu nanti keluar Deep Blue yang baru daripada awak, Irfan.
Tak
Irfan
ada.
belum.
Saya tak pro.
Boleh lah Irfan nanti.
Kan? Saya ni, okay.
Tak apa, mari teruskan. Tak ada, mari teruskan. Saya nak cakap yang lain.
Okay. Tak ada. Maksud saya ni yang selalu saya bercakap dia, yang lelaki, yang perempuan ni macam malu-malu, senyap-senyap, dia tak bercakap sangat.
Tak ada je di sini.
Nak cakap lah. Kalau face to face mesti banyak cakap nak madam.
Tak ada.
Okay. Itulah tu. You all pernah jumpa ke? Semua?
Satu sem lebih lah. Satu sem sikit. Sem 2 tu kejap je, dalam 2-3 bulan. And then
minggu ban. 2-3
minggu
je.
2-3 minggu. Sorry, sebab saya terkandas dulu. Sempat duduk lama juga kat college tu.
Ya. Tapi
Masa
okey
sem 2
lah.
je lah. Tapi okey lah
Kan sekarang ni kita dah macam adapt lah, walaupun through online kan, you masih boleh communicate, boleh interact kan.
Sebab bagi saya, kita orang dah pernah jumpa. So dah tahulah macam-macam apa tu member kan. Tapi yang saya pelik yang orang yang tak pernah jumpa kan. Macam Masuk degree ni macam dah start ODL kan. So dia orang tak kenal member-member dia orang.
Betul-betul,
Kesian
saya
agak.
faham. Betul-betul. In fact ada yang bercakap tu tak pernah jumpa kawan-kawan, tak tahu nak communicate pun.
Tak
Apalah,
tahu
saya
nak
harap.
rely kepada siapa-siapa.
Betul-betul. Okay lah. Hopefully nanti tak, kadang kita terpaksa jugalah. Kita terpaksa sebab kita tak kenal, kita terpaksa juga bercakap dengan orang. Kan?
Itulah. Okay, madam.
Okay,
Thank you, madam.
alright. Thank you tu.
Madam, macam attendance kan saya ada macam terlupa macam week 7 tapi tak tahulah. Tu yang saya perasan. Kalau saya tak perasan tak tahulah, tapi week 7 tu ada yang dua attendance rasanya. Dua-dua saya tak tahu.
Saya pun ada yang minggu lepas punya.
Itulah nanti awak letak dengan track sebab saya kalau letak dekat dalam WhatsApp ni, bila nak cari balik ni dia jadi masalah. So saya prefer macam ni lah, dekat meeting chat ni kan. Meeting chat ni awak letak, okay, saya tak boleh nak access saya tak boleh nak access attendance ataupun lupa nak sign attendance minggu ke berapa. So nanti saya boleh validate balik.
Tapi kalau tarikh boleh tak? Sebab macam kadang-kadang tak tahu.
Tarikh pun tak apa, letak je tarikh. Yes, letak je tarikh.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Alright.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, welcome.